Have you ever noticed how money rarely disappears in one dramatic moment? Most of the time it leaks out quietly. $5 here, $12 there, one convenient swipe after another. A family can throw away hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars a year in food without ever feeling like they are being wasteful. Not because they are eating extravagantly, but because the fridge gets packed after every grocery run. Leftovers get forgotten. Vegetables wilt in the drawer. And unopened food ends up in the trash, like it never mattered. Then there is the car. In America, a new car can feel less like transportation and more like a statement about who you are becoming. You tell yourself it is practical because you commute, because the old car makes weird sounds, because everyone deserves something nice after working hard. But behind that shiny dashboard may be a monthly payment of $500, $700. Sometimes even $1,000 before insurance, gas, maintenance, registration, and the silent cost of depreciation. Suddenly, a machine meant to move you forward starts quietly pulling your financial life backward. And then there are the little daily comforts that seem too small to question. A latte on the way to work, a smoothie after the gym takeout because you are tired, a snack from the gas station, a quick delivery order, because cooking feels like a punishment after a long day. None of these decisions feels irresponsible by itself. But when they repeat every day, they stop being treats and become a system. And that system can drain thousands of dollars a year without ever looking like a major financial mistake. The strange truth is that the people who keep money are not always the people with the highest income. Many of them are simply the people willing to do boring things for a very long time. They drive a car longer than their ego wants them to. They eat the same few meals more often than social media says they should. They brew coffee at home, pack lunch, delay upgrades, and automate savings before their paycheck has a chance to disappear. None of this looks exciting online, but that is exactly why it works. Nobody wants to hear that wealth is built through routines that feel almost embarrassingly ordinary. It is much more entertaining to talk about hot stocks, crypto wins, luxury purchases, side hustles that explode overnight, or some dramatic shortcut that makes life feel cinematic. But for most people, the path is not cinematic at all. It is quiet, repetitive, and a little uncomfortable because it asks you to choose future freedom over present applause. So, in this episode, we are going to talk about 10 boring habits that can help you keep a surprising amount of money in your pocket. They will not make you look richer at dinner parties. They will not impress people who judge success by logos, car keys, vacations, and what you post on Instagram. But if you practice them consistently, they can change the way your financial life feels. And here is the line I want you to remember as we begin. When managing your money starts to feel boring, there is a good chance you are finally doing it right. The first boring habit is keeping your old car a little longer, even when part of you feels embarrassed by it. This is hard because cars in America are emotional objects disguised as practical tools. They sit in driveways, office parking lots, school pickup lines, and restaurant valet lanes, quietly telling the world something about our status. But financially, a car is usually not an asset building your future. It is a machine that loses value while asking you for money every month. Think about what happens when someone buys a brand new car with a large monthly payment. The payment alone can easily run hundreds of dollars a month. And that is before insurance, gas repairs, tires, registration, and parking. Then depreciation does its silent work. The moment that car leaves the dealership, a large piece of its value begins to disappear. Even if the seats are still spotless and the screen still has that new technology glow, you may feel richer for a few weeks, but your balance sheet may quietly become weaker. Now compare that with driving a reliable used car for a few more years. A Toyota, Honda, Mazda, Ford, or any dependable model that is 3 to 5 years old has often already taken its biggest depreciation hit. The first owner paid for the most painful part of the value drop. If you buy, carefully maintain it well and avoid turning transportation into a personality statement. You can get years of use without tying your entire paycheck to a car loan. It is not glamorous, but glamour is rarely the same thing as freedom. The real question is not whether a nicer car would feel good. Of course it would. The real question is what else that monthly payment could become if you did not send it to a lender. $500 a month invested consistently could grow into a serious amount of money over 10, 15, or 20 years. That money could become a down payment, an emergency fund, a business cushion, or the breathing room that lets you leave a job that is slowly draining you. A car gives you transportation, but financial margin gives you choices. This habit asks you to tolerate a little social discomfort. Maybe your friend upgrades to a newer model. Maybe your coworker pulls in with a luxury SUV while you are still driving the same car with a few scratches and a dashboard that has seen better days. That little sting is real, and pretending it does not exist is not honest. But every time you keep that older car running instead of upgrading for approval, you are quietly buying back a piece of your future. At the end of the day, a car is supposed to get you from your home to your work, from the grocery store back to your kitchen, from one part of life to another. If it does that safely and reliably, it has already done its job. The person driving the older, paid-off car may arrive at the same office as the person driving the luxury lease. The difference is that one of them may be building financial strength in silence, while the other is paying a premium to look like they have already made it. And that is one of the most expensive illusions in modern life. The second boring habit is rotating a small set of familiar meals instead of constantly chasing variety. That may sound depressing at first, especially in a culture where food has become entertainment, identity and emotional reward all at once. We are surrounded by cooking videos, restaurant reviews, delivery apps, and the subtle message that every meal should feel new, exciting, and worth photographing. But when every craving becomes a purchasing decision, your grocery bill and restaurant spending can quietly grow out of control. People often think budgeting food means deprivation, but in reality, it usually means reducing chaos. When you know the 4 or 5 dinners your household enjoys, everything becomes easier. You know what ingredients to buy, roughly how much they cost, how long they last, and how to cook them without stress. Grocery shopping becomes intentional instead of emotional. You stop wandering aisles hoping inspiration strikes, which is exactly when random snacks, overpriced convenience items, and duplicate ingredients find their way into the cart. There is another benefit that matters just as much as money. Decision fatigue is real. After a long workday, many people are mentally exhausted before they even open the fridge. Then comes the nightly question that drains more energy than it should. What are we eating tonight? When there is no plan, takeout suddenly feels like self-care. But when meals are already part of a simple rotation, the question disappears. You already know what tonight is, and that small certainty protects both your wallet and your energy. Repeating meals does not mean eating bland food forever. It means creating a reliable base. You can switch sauces, use seasonal vegetables, change spices, swap proteins, or adjust portions depending on your mood. Taco bowls can become wraps. Chicken and rice can become stir-fry. Pasta night can shift from red sauce to garlic and vegetables. The structure stays the same while the details stay flexible. Discipline often looks rigid from the outside, but inside daily life it can feel surprisingly freeing. Most households underestimate how much money is lost through inconsistent food habits. It is not only restaurant meals. It is the half-used bag of spinach, the expensive sauce used once the produce bought with good intentions, the random frozen items forgotten for months, and the emergency delivery order because nothing seems cookable. A simple meal rotation can reduce waste, lower grocery costs, and make monthly spending more predictable. That predictability matters because stress often grows where uncertainty lives, and there is something deeper hidden in this habit. Repeating useful things builds skill. The more often you cook the same handful of meals, the faster and better you become at making them. What once felt like work becomes routine, then comfort, then competence. Many people spend years trying to make life feel exciting every night, while others quietly build systems that make life easier every week. One of those approaches looks more fun in the moment. The other tends to leave more peace and more money at the end of the month. The third boring habit is using what you already have before buying more. It sounds obvious, almost too obvious to matter. Yet this single principle can save more money than many complicated budgeting systems. Most households are not suffering from a lack of resources. They are suffering from forgotten resources. Food gets buried in the freezer. Duplicate products pile up in the pantry. Cleaning supplies multiply under sinks. And toiletries wait in cabinets while new ones are purchased because no one checked first. This habit begins with a pause. Before heading to the grocery store, before placing a delivery order, before clicking buy, now take inventory. Open the fridge. Look in the pantry. Check the bathroom cabinet. Search the closet shelf. Ask a simple question. Do I already own something that solves this problem? That 30-second pause interrupts one of the most expensive patterns in modern life, which is buying from memory instead of buying from reality. Food waste is where this becomes painfully clear. People often shop with optimism instead of honesty. They buy ingredients for the person they hope to be next week. The person who meal preps flawlessly, cooks every night, eats fresh salads, and suddenly becomes highly organized. Then real life arrives. Work runs late, energy drops, plans change, leftovers pile up, and those ingredients slowly expire. What gets thrown away is not just food. It is money attached to unrealistic expectations. One powerful version of this habit is creating a no-buy consumption week once a month. During that week, you challenge yourself to make meals from what is already in the house, finish products already opened, and delay all non-essential purchases. Frozen vegetables become dinner. Rice in the pantry becomes lunch. Half-used shampoo gets finished. That candle you forgot about finally gets burned. What sounds restrictive often becomes strangely satisfying, because you start seeing abundance where you previously saw shortage. There is also a psychological shift that happens when you practice this regularly. You become less reactive to marketing. Stores and apps constantly try to convince you that your life needs something new. A better organizer, a trendy snack, another kitchen gadget, another skincare item, another seasonal decoration. But when you train yourself to use fully what you already paid for, you stop treating consumption as entertainment. You begin to value completion more than acquisition. The reason this habit feels boring is because there is no thrill in it. No package arrives. No receipt proves progress. No one compliments you for finishing old groceries or using the last bit of laundry detergent. But hidden inside that dullness is efficiency, gratitude, and control. Every item fully used is one less unnecessary purchase. Every meal made from what you already own is money kept in your account. Sometimes financial progress is not about getting more. It is simply about wasting less. So here's the uncomfortable truth about money. Most people do not lose financially because of one catastrophic decision. They lose slowly through habits that feel normal, harmless, and socially accepted. The expensive car that stretches the budget, the groceries bought without a plan, the constant upgrades, the daily convenience spending, the impulse purchases made late at night, the belief that higher income automatically means higher freedom. Usually it does not. If spending rises every time income rises, progress stays stuck in place. Real wealth often looks disappointingly ordinary while it is being built. It looks like driving a car that still works. It looks like repeating meals that make life easier. It looks like brewing coffee at home, wearing clothes longer, using things fully, saving automatically, and resisting the urge to turn every emotion into a purchase. None of this creates envy from strangers. None of it makes exciting social media content. But much of what people admire publicly is financed by stress privately. The people who eventually gain breathing room are often those willing to be underestimated for years. They look average while building reserves. They look boring while buying time. They look behind while creating options. Then one day, they can handle emergencies without panic leave, unhealthy jobs without desperation, help family without collapsing, and make decisions from strength instead of fear. Outsiders notice the result, but rarely respect the long, quiet process that created it. If you remember only one idea from this episode, let it be this. Financial freedom is usually purchased in small, uncelebrated moments. It is built when you choose enough instead of more function instead of image, consistency instead of excitement, and long-term peace instead of short-term applause. Those choices can feel dull at first, sometimes even uncomfortable, because they ask you to disappoint the version of yourself that wants instant validation. 10 years from now, the version of you in the mirror will not care how many trendy purchases impressed people for a weekend. That future version will care whether you built security margin and self-respect. So do not be afraid of the boring road. In many cases, the boring road is the one that leads somewhere worth going. Earn well, live wisely, and remember this: making money matters, but keeping money changes lives.